name is Erin Botker, and I'm the coordinator of undergraduate recruitment at UMBC Shady Grove. My role is to help students who are interested in applying and transferring to UMBC Shady Grove figure out if they have the prerequisite coursework they need in order to transfer, and to help you with the application process. If you're interested in general information regarding UMBC Shady Grove and the transfer process, or would like to set up an individual appointment, please visit our events page at shadygrove.umbc.edu/visit, where you will find the link to our online information session and information about our events, including individualized pre-transfer advising. In this particular video, we are going to review how to navigate Common App, the portal UMBC uses to collect applications from students who are interested in admission to UMBC Shady Grove. If you are at the point of applying to UMBC, this video is for you. You can get to the Common App a couple different ways. From our homepage that you can see here, shadygrove.umbc.edu, you can click on our Apply button here at the top, which will take you to the website that gives you more information about admissions to UMBC. From here, you can click on Apply as an undergraduate student. This page will give you great information about the application process as well as important deadlines to consider when applying. If you scroll through, you can then see the list of steps to apply. The link to Common App is on step 1 of this page. So please note though, you should review all steps outlined here in addition to completing your application. Because in addition to your application, we will need official transcripts from each university or college you have previously attended, including international coursework. Instructions for the submission of transcripts, as well as other steps, are outlined here. But for right now, we're going to focus on the Common App portal. When you first visit the Common App website, you're going to have the option to create an account or sign in. If you have not already done so, I recommend creating an account, which is this button here. It's going to ask you if you're first year, transfer, and so forth. At this point, you will want to select Transfer Student. For right now, I'm going to go ahead and sign in. Again, we are applying as transfer students. The first thing that you want to do after you create an account is add a program. On the Add Program tab, you can go ahead and search for the institutions you are interested in applying. I do want to point out that you'll have to spell out UMBC. So University of Maryland, Baltimore County. Because remember, we're applying to UMBC, not Shady Grove. At this point, I do want to point out that you have the option to select fall entry or spring entry, so be sure to click on the semester that interests you. After adding this to your program, you can then go to your application by clicking here. This is going to be your main dashboard. There are 4 categories that you will need to complete in order to complete and then submit your application to your institution. Personal information, academic history, supporting information, and program materials. As you can see here, there are sections within each category. It will let you know through your progress how many sections you have completed. So if you have not filled out this information, you'll see 0 out of 8 completed. If you have completed all the sections of each category, you will then see it noted here and a check mark will appear. This will be important because each section will need to be completed in order for you to then submit your application. So let's go ahead and check out what it looks like. You can start in any category and save your progress as you go. In each category, as we mentioned, there are specific sections that you will need to fill out. You can click on each section to fill them out. As an example, I'll quickly fill out these questions. How would you like to be communicated with? Email, phone number, text message? And is it okay to be texted or emailed about these pieces of information? And you'll click Save and Continue. As you can see, it will appear if you have been able to save this information. You have the option to go back to your dashboard if you wish to go to a different section, or simply continue to the next section. As you can see, you will go down the list, and once it's completed, you will receive a green check mark. If you skip over a section, you are able to do that, but notice there's no green check mark because that information has not been filled out. Again, you can see your progress here. If at any point you wanted to switch which category that you are filling out information, you can go back to My Application. As you can see, this has been updated to show your current project progress. I also want to mention the program materials section. So when you get to this point, this is where you will start to answer program-specific questions. I have only entered University of Maryland, Baltimore County, but if you have added multiple schools, those would be listed here. Be sure to complete this information for the institution you're applying for. As you can see, the first page is going to have specific information about this institution. Again, be sure to click on these tabs to fill out and complete this section. An important item to note is in the Questions tab under Program Material section. As we scroll through, we will come to the question that asks about your major of interest. If you select one of our 6 undergraduate programs we have to offer here at UMBC Shady Grove, another question will appear asking about your campus of interest. Because we offer, for example, computer science at both our main campus and Shady Grove, you have the option to select one of these locations. It is important that you select Shady Grove. But this is the only difference. Excuse me, sorry. This is the only difference between applying and attending our main campus versus attending our campus in Shady Grove. Our undergraduate programs include computer science, political science, psychology, history, social work, and translational life science technology. Be sure to scroll through all of the questions. Those that are required will have an asterisk. If you leave a page without saving the changes, you will be prompted to save or cancel. So be sure to save. When I was mentioning the steps to apply earlier, I mentioned you need to submit your application as well as your official transcripts. You do have the option to send recommendations, however, it is not required. So at this point in the application, you can either select to request letters of recommendations to be sent, or you can simply click, I am not adding any recommendations. You do have to click on one of those options in order to complete this section and get a green check mark. So going back to look at the completion, once all of these sections have check marks and have been completed in full, you can then go to Submit Application. Again, if you're applying to multiple schools, each school will appear and have its own box. As you can see here, I have not completed the application, so my progress bar is not going to be checked off and I will not be able to submit. If you get to this point and you're not able to submit, but you're not sure why, go back to those sections and make sure you have a check mark next to each section. Once it is completed, you will be prompted to submit and submit your application fee. After you've submitted your application, there are two things you should go ahead and move forward with. If you haven't already done so through the Common App, please submit your official transcripts from all post-secondary institutions you have attended previously. Transcripts can be mailed to Undergraduate Admissions, UMBC, 1000 Hilltop Circle, Baltimore, Maryland, 21250, or you can have them sent electronically if that option is available to you at your institution. You can also have them emailed if you're prompted. Add the email admissions@umbc.edu. You should receive a confirmation email from UMBC within 2 or 3 business days of submitting your application. That confirmation email should contain information regarding UMBC's account setup. Please note, it is critical that you set up your My UMBC account in order to receive timely information about your application status. Again, all of these steps can be found here on our admissions transfer page for programs at Shady Grove. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My phone number is 443-612-1314, or email me at erin.botker@umbc.edu, and I'd be happy to help. Hope this video has been helpful to you as you begin your journey at UMBC Shady Grove.